to figure out how you can make your nonprofit board meetings less boring and you can actually get things done. Hi, I'm Kelly, the nonprofit nerd, and I am here to help you remove the chaos and stress in your orgs and boards so you can rock at work and win at life. Now, today I'm going to go through 5 tips for your next board agendas so you can craft a board agenda that's more efficient, more effective, and helps you work towards your nonprofit's mission and vision strategically. Are you ready? Now, before we get started, if you haven't already, make sure to download the free board job description in the link below. This is the #1 thing you can do, and here's a video where you can watch exactly what your board of directors should be doing at minimum. And please, please, please make sure to like this video for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe so you can get updated videos weekly directly to you on nonprofit leadership and life. Tip #1. You need to think of your agenda not as a list of to-dos, but as a plan to reach your strategic plan. I see this failure all the time with boards. I mean, everyone does it. Where they take the agenda from last week, what do we need to change for this week? They're kind of reactively in the moment, not really thinking, this is where we need to go. This is our monthly plan to get there, but more, this is what we did last month, making me to talk about these things. They're being very reactive. And for you to do the best for your nonprofit on a governing level, which is what the board of directors should be doing, is governing, you need to be focusing on the strategic plan and moving your organization forward. So make sure you think of that board agenda as a plan to get towards your strategic plan and not a to-do list. Tip #2, and this is an easy one. A lot of us forget. We remember what programming we do, but we don't really remember the problem we're solving. So on every board of agenda, even if it's just a page, make sure to, at minimum, have your mission statement. Tip #2, have your mission statement on your board agenda. And if you're really moving and rocking it and trying to rock at work and win at life and move your nonprofit forward, go ahead and have that vision statement too. Tip #3, and this is especially important if you have a volunteer board, so board that governs and does some operational things, is to separate your board agenda with governing things at the top and operational things at the bottom. One of the things that always happens, and one of the ways nonprofit boards fail, is they spend a lot of their time. We hear complaints about micromanaging and not doing what they're supposed to do or not letting us do their job. That's all an effect of boards of directors not spending enough time on governance, on strategic, and spending too much time dipping their toes in operations, which they shouldn't be doing. So make sure you have governing those big picture things, those things on the job description, governing things at the top, and then anything operational or things the executive director needs feedback on from an operational standpoint at the bottom. And when you separate that agenda, I also recommend you have one person on your board that's designated to interrupt, to stop people. We have Robert's Rules of Order appointees sometimes. I would have like the governance police. And anytime your board conversation slips too much into operations, you need to have someone cut it off.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So again, split between operations and governance, with governance being the priority at the top. Tip #4, and this is an easy thing to do, but again, it's a way you can self-regulate your time management. Tip #4 is to put the time you anticipate and should be spending on each action item on your board agenda next to it on the board, on the agenda. So I highly recommend, if your meeting starts at 5, you have introduction and call to order. 5 to 5:05, 5:05 to 5:20, conversation about X, Y, and Z, or officer updates. And so you really are focusing on making sure you're controlling the meeting, and then it becomes people not cutting each other off, right? Because we're a board and we're self-regulating, but it becomes we're just following this plan. It helps us stay on track and make sure that that stuff on the bottom, or especially at the bottom of that governance bucket, actually gets talked about. And finally, tip #5 is to find time, at least quarterly, but maybe every board meeting, for ongoing board of directors training for your nonprofit. I highly recommend go ahead and check out our board trainings we have, Nonprofit Nerd. But make sure no matter what, even if it's internal training, you're spending time educating about your organization, about how board of directors should operate, about what marketing and donor development looks like, so your board can have the tools they need to be successful board of directors. I always say we get so frustrated at our board of directors. People don't magically know how to be board members, right? So make sure you download that job description and distribute that to your board so they know what they should and shouldn't be doing. And make sure to subscribe below to Nonprofit Nerd so you can get these weekly videos directly to you on how to do nonprofit leadership and life a little bit better.
Yo.